Hey, welcome back. So I just wanted to recap real quick this opening scenario that we did. I did take another walk through the rules, tried to make any notes on anything I did wrong. And here's the funniest thing. And I feel so ashamed about it. And if you ever decide that you want to do a YouTube video yourself someday, just understand you have to have humility to do this. And you have to be willing to just accept whatever comes your way. So this is the map I was telling you about, and I was wondering like why the scenario was twice the size, and I was actually even trying to get my fingernails. I was running along the side here, and I was like doing this, and watch this. Oh no, oh no! Look at that. There's the rest of the map. Oh, I feel so stupid. You so stupid! What movie is that from? Okay, so anyways, lesson learned. It was no harm, no foul. But there it is. These map tiles that come with the game are a lot bigger than I thought they were. So anyways, there we go. We have ourselves a problem solved. Okay, as far as other errors and errata go, I actually think we handled it quite well. I did confirm that for a particular unit, its attack zone here is all it can do. It can never attack behind it unless it pivots. I did confirm that it can pivot and attack all in the same turn. So it's not like it's that big of a deal. I mean, so if you're facing this way, it can turn around to attack the other way. So it's not, the worst thing. But when you're looking at the AI commands and you see a pivot command, that pivot command is just a pivot, and that's it. Now, hold on a second. Can you pivot and attack? Actually, I'm starting to second guess myself. No, you cannot pivot and attack in the same turn. So that is the issue. Yes. So let me back up. So he can only attack these three spaces. He can't attack these three. If somebody's flanking him, it's a whole turn just to pivot around. And it is considered one action point. It doesn't matter what the terrain is that you're on. It doesn't matter what the action point number is on your token. It's one action point to pivot in your space. The thing that has the advantage are these. So this one has a pivot penalty, or see this little +2 there. Actually, that's not the right number, but this thing has a turret, and it can attack outside of its flank range, but it gets a -2 penalty to that. So one other thing that we didn't address, because it's just not in this scenario, but if there were hills, a hill costs an extra action point to go up. It does have some visibility requirements that go with it. And if you happen to be on a hill shooting something that's at lower level than you, you do get a +1 to your attack roll. I think we got the short range fire and stuff sorted out. I know there was some issues along the way where maybe I didn't get it right a couple of times, but I did get it sorted out correctly. There is this thing called stacked units we were talking about. So let's say that these guys are in close combat with each other and they're stacked together. You could actually have even 2 German units in one. There's no limit to the number of units that could be in a space. A couple of things. The AI never will do a stacked situation unless the scenario rules specifically tell you. So for AI movement, they will never do a stacked situation. So this German unit would never move on top of the other German unit. It would stay outside or do something else. Now, a close combat situation, of course the AI would do that. So let's say that I'm standing out here and I'm going to shoot into that building. What is I would do an attack roll, and that attack roll would get it compared against both units. So I could potentially hit both units, or just one. So that's we didn't really have to deal with that scenario in the game playthrough, but I wanted to just share that from a rule perspective. I think for the most part, Everything else we eventually, you know, there might be, like I said, a few things that I figured out as I went, but we got it right. I don't think there's too much that I got wrong. There is one scenario that the rules just don't cover. And of course, I can't remember it now, and I'm really upset with myself about that. But there was a scenario where, well, there was another scenario where the mission counter moved. And we were actually at a point where both, basically it says the AI performs 2 actions in a row, but the unit became spent after the first action, and there was no other active units left. That was a weird situation, and I just basically just said that, well, there's no second action taken. I think that's probably good enough for government work for now. If there's other things that come to mind, I'll bring it up. I'm going to go ahead and get set up here for, let's do the campaign. And it's going to be a lot bigger. And it's going to possibly bring out the thing that I told you I don't care for, and that is there's going to be a lot more analysis paralysis with the AI. But that's okay. Let's try it. And the one thing that we're going to start seeing soon are enemy. So this is like, we don't know what this is, right? And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a cup and putting units in that cup. And those units could be friendly units, they could be enemy units, or they could just say it's, you know, just a ghost. There's nothing there. And it's really interesting because they move and act just like the AI. So when it's the AI's turn, this guy might actually do the action instead of the ones that are actually on the board and visible. So it's a very interesting concept, and it is possible, because the only way this gets revealed is if you shoot at it. And in order to shoot at it, it has to be in a field of view, of course. It is possible that you'll end up shooting your own units. So it's a very interesting concept, and you're going to see that coming in the next video. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this short, and I will make sure that I title these videos differently. I mean, it's all going to go into the Conflict of Heroes playlist, but I'll make sure I give it a different title. We'll call it, you know, First Campaign or something like that. And I will see you in a few minutes. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.